He has no idea what he truly sees when he can't have you. What he thinks he sees is usually not what he's actually seeing. So many people fall into the trap of believing that they see something clearly when it comes to someone who they are attracted to, who they want. But what they actually see is very different to what they think they see. Have you ever had this experience? Where you know deep down that you have been misunderstood, that what you see is vastly different to how other people see you. You feel like you're not being seen. There is a disconnection between your true self and how others view you. And sometimes this happens in romantic relationships. Sometimes it happens with family members. Sometimes it happens with friends. And there is something incredibly painful about that. It feels like a fundamental disconnection from reality itself, because we so desperately want to be seen for who we are. And maybe most of all, we want to be seen by those who we love and who we are closest to. So let's explore this further. What is it that he sees when he cannot have you? I want you to picture this. He sees nothing. When he looks at you, he sees nothing. Sounds paradoxical, right? Because obviously, he must see something if he's looking at you. But what he sees depends on what he's looking for, what he wants to find, what he needs to find. Let's take a step back and look at this from a psychological perspective. What does science tell us about the human psyche? Well, according to depth psychologists like Carl Jung, our psyche is made up of various parts. Our ego is like the tip of the iceberg, the part that we identify with. But beneath the surface lies the shadow, the unconscious part of our personality that contains our hidden and suppressed thoughts, feelings, and traits. When he looks at you, he projects his shadow onto you. He places his own darkness, his own pain, his own unresolved issues onto you, onto your form, onto your essence. Why? Because that's what he needs to find. He doesn't really want to see you. He wants to see what he needs to see. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who just seems to bring out the worst in you? Someone who brings out all of your anger, all of your frustration, all of your resentment, all of your irritation? That person is not doing that to you. They are simply a catalyst. They are bringing to the surface what was already within you. And that is the nature of projection. We place things in others that are actually a part of ourselves. Now, why is this important? Well, because it means that when he looks at you, he is not seeing you. He is seeing his own darkness. He is seeing his own pain. He is seeing his own unresolved issues. And this is why he can't have you, because you are not who he thinks you are. You are an extension of him. You are a part of him. You may be thinking, well, that's just a load of psychological jargon. What does it actually mean? Let me give you an example. Imagine you meet someone, and from the moment you meet them, you just feel irritated by them. You feel angry. You feel frustrated. You feel a sense of hopelessness, even though there is no logical reason for you to feel this way. It's just their presence seems to bring out the worst in you. In this scenario, the person you just met is not the source of your negative emotions. They are simply a trigger, a catalyst that brings to the surface what was already within you. Perhaps you have recently experienced a loss, and you have not yet come to terms with it. Perhaps you are feeling insecure or anxious about something in your life, but you are not aware of it. Perhaps you have some repressed anger that has been building up inside you for a long time. The point is that your negative emotions were already there. They were already a part of you. You were carrying them inside you, but you were not aware of it. You did not know how to process them. You did not know how to express them in a healthy way. This is where the concept of shadow work comes in. According to Carl Jung, our shadow consists of the parts of ourselves that we refuse to acknowledge, the parts that we reject and suppress. It is the dark side of our personality, the part that we fear and try to avoid. When you are triggered by someone, it means that there are certain aspects of yourself that you are not willing to acknowledge, that you are not willing to see. You are not willing to see because they are too painful, They are too uncomfortable. They are too much for you to handle. But by suppressing these parts of ourselves, by trying to ignore them, we do not make them go away. We only make them grow stronger, more intense, more destructive. Eventually, these suppressed parts of ourselves will find a way to express themselves, often in ways that we do not want or do not expect. This is why people who have not done their shadow work, who have not come to terms with their inner darkness, often struggle in their relationships. They are constantly blaming their partners, constantly criticizing them, constantly complaining about them. They are always unhappy in their relationships. Why? Because they are projecting their own shadow onto their partners. They are placing their own darkness, their own pain, their own unresolved issues onto their partners, and then they blame their partners for being all of these horrible things. But the truth is that these people are not seeing their partners. They are seeing their own shadow. They are seeing their own pain. They are seeing their own darkness. So what does this mean for you? Well, it means that when he thinks he sees something clearly, when he thinks he knows exactly who you are and what you are, he actually has no idea. What he is seeing is his own shadow. What he is seeing is his own pain. What he is seeing is his own unresolved issues. And this is why he can't have you, because you are not who he thinks you are. You are an extension of him. You are a part of him. He is not able to see your true essence because he is blinded by his own darkness. He is blinded by his own pain. He is blinded by his own unresolved issues. This is a powerful concept to understand because it helps us to remember that we are all human beings on a journey towards wholeness, towards integration. None of us are perfect. None of us have it all together. None of us are beyond help. When we encounter someone who is struggling, someone who is hurting, someone who is lost, we should not judge them. We should not criticize them. We should not blame them. We should not punish them. We should try to understand them. We should try to help them. And this is where the Stoics come in. The Stoics teach us that we should not be attached to the opinions of others. We should not let the judgments of others control our emotions, our behavior, our sense of self-worth. When we are struggling, when we are hurting, when we are lost, it is easy to become attached to the opinions of others. It is easy to let their judgments define us, to let their criticisms consume us. But this is not the way of the Stoic. The Stoics teach us to detach ourselves from the opinions of others and to focus on our own inner compass, our own sense of right and wrong. And this is what you must do. You must detach yourself from the opinions of those who do not understand you, who do not see you, who do not appreciate you. You must focus on your own inner compass, your own sense of right and wrong. You must focus on your own journey, your own growth, your own healing. When we detach ourselves from the opinions of others, when we stop seeking their approval, when we stop needing their validation, we become free. Free to be ourselves, free to express ourselves, free to grow, free to heal. And this is what you must do. You must detach yourself from the need for validation from those who do not deserve it. You must detach yourself from the need for approval from those who do not understand you. You must detach yourself from the need to please those who do not appreciate you. Do not misunderstand it. I am not saying that you should not care about other people's opinions at all. Of course, you should care. But you should only care about the opinions of those who are wise, who are compassionate, who are empathetic, who are understanding. You see, when you detach yourself from the need for validation from those who do not deserve it, when you detach yourself from the need for approval from those who do not understand you, you become free. Free to be yourself, free to express yourself, free to grow, free to heal. And this is where you find your power. This is where you find your strength. This is where you find your true self. And now, my beautiful friend, I leave you with this. Do not let anyone ever make you feel like you are not worthy of love, of happiness, of success, of abundance, of joy. of peace. You are an incredible human being. You are a magnificent soul. And you deserve all of the love, all of the happiness, all of the success, all of the abundance, all of the joy, all of the peace that this world has to offer. Never forget that.